Alright, we're starting now.
Woo!
Prepare to be salty.
Yarr.
Yarr.
Kinky.
So last session, our first session, you were on a boat. You were chained on a boat in the lowest hold of a vessel and unconscious. And as you gradually regained consciousness, some of you saw that there was a minotaur on this ship that was doing something with horny people. Because I guess horn privilege or some sort of nonsense like that. Also, there was a bosun who came into your cell and left you a small amount of food and water and kind of loosened your chains from their moorings somewhat and said that he would come back and help you escape later on in the evening if he could steal the keys. But before that could happen, a octopus began attacking the ship and smacking around and doing damage that unfortunately caused the ship to begin taking on water. You all managed to escape from your chains through thieves' tools and simple, slippery, flexibility in the case of Jozdess.
I dislocated my ankle.
Yes, you have strangely tentacle-like ankles. In the case of your companions in the hold, which were a warforged you'd met the night before named Shirt, some nameless halfling, some nameless goblin, and a quite certainly named kobold called Scurvy, who basically threatened you with the dread pirate Meeble and all the wrath the dread pirate Meeble could muster. They were not so lucky. They all got swept away by a tentacle through a hole in the port side of the ship.
Oh my god, I just opened up the slave brig lower hold and there's a gigantic tentacle on there. That's like half the size of the lower hold.
Yeah, that was my brilliant moment last week where I put that on the map and then I forgot to unmask it. So it was there when the hole got knocked into the ship and swept everybody away. But
Wait, how did you open that?
I didn't unmask it, so you guys didn't see it.
Oh,
Which
as
probably...
far as...
Sorry, Bonnie.
Under maps, if you go to the news section, everything I shared with you last week should be available.
Maps.
Change
new.
it to... Yeah, new. That's a nice trick in any Fantasy Grounds game, if you accidentally close a map or what have you. Even the claw pong tabletop is still there.
Yes, because I haven't unshared it.
Yeah, I was going to the lower hold to see if the halfling and tokens were still there.
So that might have contributed to you guys remaining very calm about the ship beginning to sink into the sea. You did not see the tentacle. So you're currently working your way up. You're on the main hold of the ship now. You've encountered several straggling crew members and are currently in combat. You managed to kill your guard. You haven't reacquired your gear and whatnot bits yet. But as you reach this main hold, you saw a group of crew members coming out of a room carrying some different supplies and packs and whatnot. And among the things they were carrying, Kymir saw his pouch of glitter that he'd acquired the night before during a street party.
Get off my dust!
So you feel you're very near your gear where they've stored it on this ship. And as you began combat with these people, the ship was hit again with a tentacle, and all three of the crew members that you're fighting were knocked prone, as well as Shaefira and Kymir were knocked prone. And that's where we'll start. Now I'm hoping. Actually, do I still have, Cool. It is Kymir's turn. You are prone. The boat is taking on water. What do you do?
I can't find my map.
Yeah, it's not on her.
I will
you know.
reshare.
All right, okay. Because I've got maps in my little bar on the right-hand side, and she don't.
Oh, she doesn't? She can go to the library, and you will be able to check a radio button by the word maps, and it will add a button to your layout.
Right, cool.
Or she may be still in character generation, so you can put yourself into. There's the little things at the top as well that says GM play. If you put yourself into play, you just have all the general stuff. You don't need all the character gen stuff then.
Right. Yeah, it looks like it was a checkbox. So
yeah.
Okay. I'm prone, am I?
You are prone. All you have to do, it takes half your movement to stand up again during your turn. And it's currently Kymir's turn. It looks like you're kind of splatted, draped over a footlocker.
Okay, so yeah, I'll try and go up.
So, using your agility, because of your monk training, you pretty much hop to your feet effortlessly.
she's not monk.
What, Kymir isn't?
No. Sorry. I thought we were still on.
No, I'm on
Shaefira.
you. I'm on you.
Oh.
It's Kymir's turn.
Oh, sorry.
Unfortunately, Shaefira got knocked prone shortly after her turn, her last movement turn.
Oh, right. So no, this is my fault. I told Rich that it was her turn. Right. Sorry.
Lies.
Yeah, I know. It's me. I'm just being crap. Right. All right. So you're saying I don't need to do an agility roll or anything?
No, it just takes half your movement. So if you move, you'll only be able to move 15 feet.
Okay, that's fine. I will move up next to Joz. And can I attack?
Yes,
crew?
and they're all prone, so you can attack with advantage.
Advantage down in the bottom left.
Yes, you can use
They
the
have
advantage button.
they have the prone status already on them, so it'll
Oh, it should automatically do it.
It'll automatically trigger it.
Right. Okay. So attack. Hang on. I've got to remember all my dice.
Does Fantasy Grounds do double advantage? No, I don't think it does.
No.
Triple top secret super advantage.
It would only trigger the advantage rolls on the prone target if she targets it and rolls the dice at the target rather
or she
than
rolls
just
directly
generally.
on that target.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to attack 4. There.
All right, that is a hit.
Hey. It's a 1d4 plus 2 next to the attack roll that I do for the damage.
Mm-hmm.
We'll remember this eventually.
Oh, it's forgotten my.
Okay, I've lost my combat thing. Hang on. That's the end of my move. Yeah, can't do anything else
right.
really.
Get a bonus offhand attack?
You do.
You get to kick people and punch people. You attack a lot.
Right. So do I get? So do I do another attack roll?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get to attack again with your offhand because you attacked your main action.
Okay. So yeah, I can do it.
Just to clarify with monks though, the attack with the bonus action only happens when you attack as your primary action. When you attack, you can then use your bonus action to attack
True.
again. You can't use your action to do something else and then use your bonus action to attack.
Right,
So
okay, that
just
makes
a
sense.
point
Yeah.
of clarification.
But as long as you hit something as the first action, you can hit something with a punch.
Sure.
So you flat out squash this prone crew member. They're completely unconscious. They're bleeding profusely from their head. You might have cracked their skull.
Shucks.
So they're out. And now it's
Stiiv.
Steve's turn. Stiiv.
All right. Well, this guy's on the ground, so that's going to make him hard for me to hit. But I'm still going to point my short sword at him and try and blast him anyway, and completely miss. And
What does your
that's
Eldritch
not good.
Blast look like again?
His is just a little like green puff that spits out. It's not Hamford's. It's not Hamford's.
It's certainly not Hanford. When you do your
So.
little green puff, it kind of splurts and farts and fizzles and goes, "Ah." And you hear this like kind of sighing sound as you fail to Eldritch Blast him. It's like a dejected, "Ah,
Hate magnet.
hate magnet."
Oops, let me someone else. And that's all I got right now.
All right. So it is one of the prone crew members climbs to his feet. And he swings around. No, he doesn't. He does not do that. He stays where he is. And he takes a swing at Jozdess. He hits. And he slashes for 4 damage. And he's kind of screaming, "The ship is sinking! We've got to get off of here! Why are you fighting me? Run for your lives!"
Seems a bit
Meanwhile,
harsh when
he's
he just punched
holding
you.
Kymir's bag of glitter.
Oh, they've been attacking everybody, so yeah.
Pot, kettle, black.
Yep.
And then the other prone crew member gets to their feet. And they kind of move past Kereithlana. But they also give her try to slash her with a scimitar as they move around her.
Do I get a swing as they move as well?
No, because they haven't gotten out of away from your
They haven't disengaged.
They haven't disengaged. And that is a hit.
They're gonna
And 6 damage.
regret.
Okay,
Off you go.
I use my reaction.
All right.
Yeah, there's cackling. I can't actually remember what it
Go
does.
to your actions.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Yeah, Wrath of the Storm. There we go.
So you need to target the.
What does Wrath of the Storm look, sound, feel like?
It's lightning.
Yeah, but they're really mean. I can rebuke attackers. When a creature within 5 feet of me that I can also see hits me with an attack, I can use my reaction to cause the creature to make a dex saving throw. And they take 2d8 lightning or thunder damage on a failed saving throw and half as much on a
So,
successful one.
are you
Whoa.
making lightning or noise?
I will go with it because why? Right. That guy. What?
All right. So they fail their save. You can roll damage.
Hi. This is 2d8 damage.
I know. It's a bit overkill. And as you call forth this lightning, you feel the ship shake more. Nobody falls over, but you feel the vibrations, and this crew member is just basically zapped out of existence. There's like this arc of light and
You made a crispy
big black
pirate.
rush of smoke as
There
their
we go.
skin
Pirate
sizzles
nuggets
and
for
smoke
everybody.
kind of
Ruff,
poofs out of their hair, and they collapse in a dead heap at your feet.
So this is rule 1: don't hit the cleric.
Too bad they can't tell their friends. You'd have to like let this last crew guy go so he could tell his friends. Otherwise,
No. He's
otherwise
got
the
my
message isn't getting out. All right, it's Jozdess's turn.
Okay. I'm going to have to do pointless and silly things, but I will try and hit him for all the good it does me. So, control him. Yeah, so I'm not going to do enough damage to him. And let's just check how much damage I've taken. That's within the average. So, on my bonus action, I'm going to second wind, which is overkill, but fixes me.
Okay. Remember, you have tasty bacon as well.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Oh, sorry, I'm going to press a button.
You press that.
Button.
Now it's Kereithlana's turn again. Well, not again, really, but it's your turn.
Okay.
For reals.
For reals. Okay, I want to dive into the room that the crew members came out of, see if I can find our stuff quickly. Grab that and then bimble back into the hold. Is that doable?
Well, you can dive in to that room.
Okay.
You can go into that room and use your action to look around.
Mhm.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure you can physically carry necessarily everybody's gear, but you can certainly locate it.
Mhm.
And as you look around, you do see an array of weapons, some shields. There are several different packs, some that you might recognize. You definitely recognize your own material. So you find a pack with all of your stuff, including a very heavy spell book. None of your food rations or your water skin is there.
Okay. Well, I picked up a water skin last week. Earlier.
And you have
From
2
the hold.
rations from last week.
Yeah. So I'm not too worried about that. I'll grab my pack and shields and weapons.
Okay.
And armor.
Sorry?
Or are you wearing? Yeah, you armor.
And armor.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be in my pack anyway, wouldn't it?
Don't know.
I don't know.
I am putting your things back in your inventory, theoretically.
Thank you. Don't worry about the spell book.
What about your hempen rope?
Whoa, 50 foot of it.
Yep.
Oh,
No, I think I'll leave that.
Use it to tie up the giant octopus, me kinky. Just saying. Or Stiiv can.
What about your pong ball?
But that can stay as well.
Okay, you want your armor?
Yep.
You have a spear?
Yep, spears are useful.
And do you want any of these torches?
Not worried about the torches.
Okay. Your gold is also missing. You don't see any gold immediately in this room. And I'm going to there's also some additional items here.
Okay, what is that?
There's things like hand crossbows, there's a sling and bullets, padded armor, some rapiers, a trident, some whips, that kind of stuff. A few daggers. More
The whips to go with the
cutlasses.
rope.
I'll grab the rapiers and the trident, and then come out. If that's okay.
All right. You have a bunch of stuff now.
Okie dokie. All right, I will relate to the rest of the party that I have a bunch of stuff.
And there were additional packs in the room, but you don't know any of these people very well.
No. I'll say that there's packs there, but the boat's also going down, so I don't know if you want to grab them or whether you could actually swim with them anyway. So I'd expect that Jozdess would be the only one who'd be interested in possibly grabbing stuff.
Yes.
I need a weapon I can use.
What weapon do you use?
The bosun did tell
None of the ones you picked up so far.
The bosun did tell Stiiv, and I think Stiiv related it, that there were some jolly boats, elemental jolly boats on the top deck that could be used.
Well, we saw last time someone was trying to prep one, so there's a couple of crew above us prepping a jolly boat at the moment.
There were two when I think it was Shaefira did a peek.
Yeah.
And there was crew prepping one of them.
Yes, we were informed that there were 3 elemental launches on the top deck.
So one of them's gone, one of them is being prepped, and there's one that's still kind of lying askew on the deck of the ship, from what Shaefira saw.
Okay, so it would be a good idea if we could get to one of those, probably the one.
Yeah, at this point you may or may not have transport off the ship.
Where are the stairs again?
To your south.
By Shaefira.
Yeah, it's
by
the crate.
Shaefira.
It looks like a pallet, yeah.
Okay, heading that way. That's reasonable, isn't it? For everything that I've done in my turn. Okay. Blip. There we go.
And now it's Shaefira's turn.
Yay. So I'm still prone, yes? I haven't magically waken up.
No, because I'm stupid. Okay. But yeah, I'll shut up now.
That's right. Right, so I've got a choice. I either try and get up to that room where Kereithlana's just got her stuff from and get my stuff, or I secure the upper deck and somebody else brings me my stuff. What do we think?
Can you reasonably swim with it?
Swim with
your gear.
With my gear.
Was it heavy? Yeah. You've got your thieves tools, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter if we can swim if we secure a boat.
The boat, yes.
You won't really know until you get up there and see the coast is clear and see whether or not you have a boat that's usable.
So the faster we get a boat,
A point of.
Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, but Kymir and Shaefira are the only two that really know each other, so Kymir would be able to know what is Shaefira's stuff, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, they're the only ones who would know what each other's stuff looks like.
The other guess is the fact that it's small. On a scale basis, it's smaller than everyone else's stuff.
There was another halfling though, and there was a goblin in the hold before, so some of the small stuff might not be Shaefira's.
And the kobold.
Fine.
Oh yeah, and the kobold.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gets bonus stuff. It's all good.
Well, that would mean there's actually more small stuff than there is big stuff.
Then hey, let's go get a boat.
Well, no, because it's small stuff.
It's still small.
Don't sweat the small
total
stuff.
volume. Total volume is still less than the big stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it to chance that somebody will bring me some stuff, and if the boat is not available to get away in, I will leave it on the sinking ship. because I might not be able to swim with it. So
once you stand up again, you can move 15 feet. So you can get back up the stairs to the top deck.
Okay, so am I at the bottom of the stairs at the minute? Yeah.
Yeah, you're at the bottom. Actually, you were standing on the stairs. So your next step will put you on the next level of the ship.
Okay. Do I have to? Yeah. So if I do it in sneak as well.
Do a stealth roll.
Is that good enough?
Yes, it is good enough.
Cool.
At least you didn't say you'll find out when you go upstairs.
Right. Okay. So
you're
I'm
definitely going upstairs. I will move you to that map and share it with you if that's the case.
Yes.
I'm going to share. All right, let's say this is where you are. You can move yourself 3 more squares. Once you reach the main deck, you see that there is one boat still there. One of the jolly boats is still present. You see a vast amount of damage has occurred on the top deck. Only the mizzenmast seems to still be intact. The second jolly boat that was there before and some of the crew members have departed, but there are still 3 crew members on the deck that have not noticed you.
Okay.
And I'm going to place them as you continue with your turn. They're on the other side towards the fore of the ship.
Well, I'll yeah, so I'll check the boat out for, damage and secure the oars and whatnot.
So there is crew, but for right now, their backs are turned to you. And you're being sneaky.
So
All right, so there's 3 crew members. They're looking the other way. As you sneak up to the boat, you see that it looks like a normal jolly boat that would probably carry 8 people at full capacity. It has attached to it some items that make it slightly unusual. They're almost these bulbous orb kind of devices attached to the base of the small craft. And inside of them, through a transparent kind of glass-like material, you see little mephits puffing little jets of steam that keep passing through the transparent substance and into the air. So these mephits are somehow harnessed to elementally power this small boat, making it more powerful than your normal paddle operated jolly boat.
Sounds interesting. So it's definitely something that we want to get.
You don't want the other guys to get.
No.
Do a perception roll.
Nope, don't see anything.
Now, unfortunately, that is all that you have been able to notice now that you're on this deck.
Okay. My turn is over, yes?
I don't think there are any bonus actions you can do, so that will be your turn. The Elder Octopus swings a tentacle. I should probably add the Elder Octopus, because that's something you definitely do see.
Oh, he's a big bugger.
You see tentacles waving off the port side. And the tentacle takes another swing at the ship in a frenzy, but it misses striking. So it's Kymir's turn again.
Okay.
Back down to the main hole.
Can I attack that guy from where I am, or am I classed as
Yes, you
too
can
far away?
attack him.
Right.
I think. Let me zoom
But
in.
you can
I
move
think
a bit and
somebody
attack him.
because the planks of the ship make it kind of hard to see exactly where the grid of the map is. So somebody's askew, but let's say in general you guys are kind of in a little four square.
It looks like Golden Crew 5 was in the half square. Now he.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So you are adjacent.
Okay. Okay, and so I can attack again?
Yes, with your offhand attack.
Right. So I get this right. I do have to do the attack roll first before I do the damage roll.
Yeah, whenever you do an attack roll, you then have an option to do a follow-up punch with your offhand.
But what I mean is, do I have to do the attack roll for the second punch?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Cool. Hey.
You hit.
Rolling much better than last week.
Kablam. He's barely standing. Bloodied, his face beaten to a pulp. And he's just blubbering and spittling blood.
Right. So I decided to leave him to the other guys and run for the room. Would I be able to? Would he attack me on the way past?
If you you can't disengage at this point, so he
Right.
could potentially have an attack of opportunity. Yeah. If you leave his immediate vicinity.
All right. I'll risk it.
You could, however, move up one square of Kereithlana and get closer to the door, as long as you don't leave his melee range. Like you could theoretically scooch there.
I'm not sure he can move through Kereithlana because she's the same size.
You can move through friendly spaces. You just can't end your turn.
Okay.
Isn't that
The
the right?
attack. So yeah, I'll risk the attack. So should I stop or should I move to where I'm intending to go and then see what happens?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. Yes, oh DM. Oh, wise and wonderful DM. All right.
I'm telling you, do what you feel
3,
like doing,
4,
and then we'll see.
5. All right, that's 5 squares. That's yeah. Right, that's where I'm aiming for. If I need to come back, then I will.
Okay, I'm just go ahead. You've moved In your turn. I'm not going to have the crew member try to attack you
Okay. All right.
because
I can't do an action.
he has bigger concerns right now because he is bloodied and dying almost.
Right. Okay. So that's my turn done.
So it's not his number one concern, to be trying to stab a tiefling who kind of
Sure. Okay.
brushed past. He's more intent towards, can he get to the stairs and away from these people who are murdering him? He wants to get off the ship alive.
Okay.
And I'll say you look around and you do spot your satchel
Okay.
as well as other stuff. Now the guy who you just left, he's the one who had your bag of glitter.
Yeah, I know.
But
Hoping
you
to
do
get it on the
see-
way back.
You do see your pack and you recognize Shaefira's pack on
All
the
right.
floor of
So
this room.
do I need to wait for my next
You'll
turn
have
to
to
be
wait for
able
your
to
next
grab
turn
those?
to actually
Yeah.
pick up stuff, but you do spot it.
Okay. Cool.
Stiiv's turn.
Stiiv. Okay. So Golden Hook crew number 5 is still alive, right? And he's standing now. So
Barely. He's like he's kind of weaving it on his feet, like he's barely standing. Blood is dripping on the floor from his wounds. You can see it start to form a puddle between his feet.
all right. So wait, not there. No. These hammocks here, is that a space that we can share, or is that something we would have to kind of avoid?
You'd have to do a dex check to see if you could.
Yeah, that means we're not going there. Okay. Well, then I'm gonna point my short sword at him first, and then fire another Eldritch Blast and see if we can't kill him before we move. I think that'll do. Nope.
Oh,
Oh, you were doing so well.
no, it was enough.
Oh, he's unconscious.
Total-
He had 1 hit point left.
He did.
Okay, so now that he's on the ground, then I will. Then I'll move up over here towards the door.
I'd say everybody, all of the crew members who are unconscious have now have now passed away. They've bled out. And you guys, for the time being, while you're still kind of in initiative order, you guys are no longer in combat.
So that means we can go and just grab our stuff.
Yeah. So if that's what your intention is for the next round, we can just say that you've successfully grabbed your stuff.
Okay. Can I just clarify? Did you say something about there was some little hand crossbows?
There were some little hand crossbows.
Can I also grab one of them and some bolts to pass on to Shaefira?
Okay. This is the part of the show where I just drag inventory onto everybody's character sheet.
Aren't you glad I didn't have a whole lot of stuff?
Isn't it awesome? So, is there anything that you originally had, Kymir, that you do not want to pick up?
I can't even remember what I had, to be quite honest. I think the stuff I was really bothered about, I put in the backpack. So if it's still in there, I'd be happy to just grab that. Because I think I worked out that kind of was a reasonable weight. We might need to make fire at some point.
Do you want your pong ball?
No. Unless anyone thinks it'd be a good diversion for the octopus.
This is where
Good
it just goes.
diversion.
It's a mystical pong ball, and we need one.
I was about to say, if you've ever been an adventurer before, you know that ball bearings can be incredibly useful. That pong ball will find a trap at some day.
You never know. I'm regretting that. Oh no.
How many crossbow bolts do you want to pick up? You can take up to 40.
Oh no, I'm not going to grab that many. I'm just going to grab like a handful. So what do you reckon? 10? Maybe 50?
10 it
I don't know
is.
how many I could grab. Right.
I'm
Could just
also,
sort of like tuck them in some sort of kind of side pocket in the bag or something like that.
and then there's some arrows here that were Shaefira's.
Have I picked up her bow?
I am dragging some, well, oh god. She had a lot of stuff.
Right. Is that going to make it awkward for me to carry?
There's a short bow, a quiver, a rapier,
Right. Definitely grab those.
2 daggers, her leather armor, okay, you can carry this stuff. You had rope. Are you going to pick up her rope?
No, because I've got mine, Anta. So I can pass mine on if she needs it.
There's some additional like thieves tools here.
Yeah, I'll grab those if I can. Anything that looks fiefy. There's those ball bearings.
Mm-hmm.
She actually does that on a weekend, you know, when no one's looking.
And you're leaving behind her pong ball. So that's now, Stiiv.
Stiiv.
Your stuff. You had some daggers. Are you picking up your rope?
Oh yeah, I had very little stuff, so I'm not really concerned about weight capacity. I think I only had like 30 pounds of stuff. So he's going to grab everything.
You had a nice crossbow, but I don't see any bolts here. So are you going to pick up some bolts in this room?
I had a crossbow?
You had a light crossbow in your inventory.
That must have been auto-granted with the pack. His Eldritch Blast. He doesn't need a crossbow. Yeah, I have a Dex -1. I have
Do
a
you want
better.
me to take that out of your inventory? Like you're
Yeah,
not going
he's
to
just
pick
gonna.
this up? Like
I
what
didn't
was
even remember I
Steven doing
had
with
it.
my stuff?
Yeah, like just leave that behind. They can whatever.
It's an
That can
offering to
sink.
the sea.
As an
Yeah,
offering
there
to the
you go.
sea.
Tithing to the tentacle. Although, if I remember correctly, I had 10 days of rations.
And you had some thievy stuff too. Is this your inventory?
I didn't.
Did you have a
I don't.
crowbar, hammer, and pittance as well?
I don't recall.
They came
Depends what
in
pack you
a
get.
pack.
If you had an adventurer's pack, that you get
Yeah,
that sort of stuff in an adventurer's
You
pack.
might have done that.
hold on. Yeah, I might have. Let me see. Let me backtrack here to see what kind of pack I started with. Yeah, I had a Dungeoneer's pack.
So that's
So
where that's
yeah, and
from.
light crossbow. And well, the light crossbow should have come with 20 bolts, but oh well, whatever. I probably didn't put that in there.
Yeah, you didn't because you didn't care.
Right.
So the question is, do you pick up this crowbar and hammer and pitons or pythons or
Yeah.
whatever the hell they are?
Yeah. And I'm gonna put my rations back.
Nope, no rations. They aren't
Oh, the
here.
rations. Oh, well, you. Okay.
Did I drag them
Oh,
over?
no, you did not. That would be explain why, because that was only. No. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! I still had one of the rations
Oh, you had one from.
from the deck below.
Okay.
I thought you had dragged that over, and
Oh
it was.
no.
Okay.
Yeah, the only food stuff you have is your tasty bacon and the stuff you picked up. Instead of one pint, you have 10. All right, that is you.
Yeah, I didn't have a
Now,
whole lot of
was
stuff.
there anything else potentially that you're going to pick up out of the whatnot that was there? There's like a battle axe, a chain shirt, more cutlasses, all the cutlasses anybody would ever want. Padded armor, halberd, sling bullets, whips,
No,
spears.
nothing really striking his interest or that he can use.
Okay. So that is you. Uh, what about Kereithlana and Jozdess? Well, Kereithlana already has her stuff.
Yep.
What about Jozdess?
Yeah, I'll just take my stuff back. I don't need anything new.
I'm drag deficient today. Oh, you've already like added some of your stuff back.
No,
That's so weird. Oh, maybe
no,
something's
you
on it
did. You
then?
didn't take any stuff I created, so the baldricks and things like that. That you
Oh
didn't.
yeah, I didn't take the baldric or the leg sheath. I just left them
Yeah.
like technically empty.
And you gave me my clothes, which I never wear. So it was like.
I'm not sure why I didn't take away your clothes. Maybe I wasn't sure if it would be a problem to have like a naked lizard folk running around the ship.
I'm not naked. I'm wearing a baldric and some leg greaves.
That's true. Okay.
For which we are all very great.
I feel like these are not these are not dragging over in the backpack. Though I felt like
No.
some people's stuff was dragging over as in the backpack.
Yeah, mine's all over the place. I'll have to reorder
Yeah.
it again.
Yeah, I had to. That's weird. I had to reorder some of my stuff, but yeah, some of it came
Yeah,
over.
some of it came over nicely and a lot of it isn't though. Your machete. Did I leave your belt? No.
Well, the belt's actually something that exists in the game, so I didn't have to create.
Oh, maybe that's the difference. Is the things that exist in the game might be docking, doing the sub levels nicely, and the ones that are added are not. Your short sword.
And you said none of our gold.
None of your gold.
Bloody pirates.
You can't trust.
I know.
Yeah. If your gold is on the ship, it's not in this area. It's not in this room.
That damn Minotaur's got it.
All right. Does that look like everything to you? I think I've drug over everything that you would legitimately have found in this room.
Yeah. Let's go. Quick current. That's fine.
All right.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll sort myself out.
Kereithlana, you can move.
Okie dokie. I'm heading upstairs then. Thank you.
You see, once you reach the main deck of the ship, that Shaefira. Why can't I talk? Shaefira.
Just remember.
She's not Seraphina. She's Shaefira.
Just remember. Shaefira.
I know. I'm like, why can I not do her name correctly when Shaefira is so like in my head, and that suddenly I can't say it. I just have brain damage.
I shouldn't worry about it.
And you also see that there are 3 crew members toward the prow of the ship.
Okie dokie, and a giant tentacle.
And there's a giant tentacle waving in the air. Every now and then you see other tentacles rise out of the sea and wave around. So that is kind of like a metaphorical, symbolic tentacle of all of the tentacles that are waving around the ocean, surrounding the vessel.
Okay, can I head towards the port side of the ship and see if I can see an eye?
I think you
On the
have
beast.
used all of your movement
Yeah.
at this point, and I'm going to give Shaefira a chance to take her next action.
Okay. Could you swap map for me?
Yes.
Thank you.
I was swapping map, but then I failed to swap map.
Thank you.
And my AC is now back to 10.
Whee!
Why? Is that...
Isn't that exciting?
Oh,
Alright, at this point, the Elder Octopus waves a tentacle again and takes another swipe at the ship. But it misses the ship. You hear a crickety-crackety sound of wood against wood, like some very large, it might be a weapon that is being adjusted or turned, or some large piece of machinery is being dragged, and that sound is coming from the aft of the ship towards the mizzenmast. Likewise, Shaefira and Kereithlana, you guys do a perception check. Kereithlana is kind of like, oh, the sea air. Isn't it nice?
It's much better than being in the hold. Oh, I've missed.
Shaefira hears a voice coming from this. Actually, 2 voices coming from the south towards the aft part of the ship. To that direction, you see kind of a covered area, additional rooms, and you hear a voice shouting from there for Thaddeus to come and help with the chest. And then you hear a low, grustling, deep voice saying, I'm going to take this out with me, this octopus. I'll have it. We'll go down to the sea together. Shaefira, you recognize this voice as the Minotaur, who was down in the lower hold before. So those are both coming to the south, from the south of you, but you can't see who's actually speaking.
Okay.
Kymir.
Have we skipped Shaefira's turn?
No. Well, I guess. Wait, we did kind of skip
Is that 'cause-
Shaefira's turn.
You
What
said you were
else?
going to give
It's
her a
fine.
turn, and
I'm
then
still-
they
And
rolled
then I kinda
perception
skipped it.
checks.
We had perception checks. Is there something you want to do as part of your turn, Shaefira? I'm sorry.
No, I'm fine hiding behind the boat, thanks.
Okay.
For the time being.
Cop out.
I mean, you can sneak up behind somebody and backstab because they haven't noticed you yet if you want to.
I haven't got any weapons yet, have I?
Oh, this is true. You can't stab them with your thieves'
No,
tools.
so a punch with a tiny little halfling hand's not going to do much, is it? Really?
Oh.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
it's fine. I'll stay hiding. It's fine. It's all.
Okay.
You can poke him in the kidney really hard and make him jump and yelp.
Or I can kick him with my foot, and it might get stuck somewhere really painful.
That's an option.
Well, back to Kymir. What
Right,
is he
so
gonna do?
I am going to try and get Shaefira to give her stuff back. So if I can move 6,
Yes.
and then if I dash, how far can I move again?
You can move 12 if you dash.
Right, in that case, I'm going to try and get up onto the top deck.
I think 12 will get you to the base of the stairs.
Let's go with that then.
So you're not quite up on the top deck yet, on the main deck.
Yep.
But you can see Kereithlana. You can see her ankles from where
Okay.
you're standing. You hear the sounds of the sea, of the waves crashing against the ship. Some unearthly sounds coming from the octopus. Now it's Stiiv.
Steve's gonna run like hell.
And likewise, Stiiv, you can make it to the base of the stairs. Or just short.
Well, that's 50.
You can make it 2 more.
That's 65. Oh, damn it. Ah. I'm being pointer challenged. There. Did my double dash. And for a bonus action, I would like to feel fear. And that's the end of my turn.
So the crew members still do not notice anything. They are
Rather occupied.
they're kind of climbing over the wreckage of the main mast of the ship. Apparently it got knocked down and some of them had been trapped underneath it, and that's why they haven't escaped the ship yet. So they've been extricating themselves. And they're facing the opposite direction and kind of yelling at each other, and they're obviously afeared. But they haven't noticed that Shaefira is hiding behind the last jolly boat. And Kereithlana is still too far away to draw any attention. So, Jozdess.
Cool. I'm just going up on deck. So it'll take. Oh, darn that. 1, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, so it'll take most of my move to get to the stairs.
Yeah, if you
Climb the
dash,
stairs.
you can move 2
Yeah,
more
I'm just
squares.
going. I'm not bothering to go slow. So yeah, I'm just going up on deck. So I'll climb the stairs. That takes whatever it takes, and I'll have some movement left to make a menace of myself.
So once you reach this point, you can move 2 more squares.
Okay. Hey, Dan.
Kereithlana.
It's me. Right. So I'm going to head to the port side of the boat, give Shaefira the cutlass that I picked up on the path, and then I'm going to see if I can see an eye for this elder octopus. If that's okay.
You're going to see what for the elder octopus?
See if I can see an eye. I have an ability called Child of the Sea.
You can try and chat to
Oh
it,
no,
aren't
no,
you?
Friend of the Sea. Sorry. Blip. Did that work? That. Aha. There we go. I'm going to try and communicate the octopus.
Yeah, I can't open that, so.
Okay. Using gestures and sounds, you can communicate simple ideas with any beast that has an innate swimming speed. So I'm working on the idea that me just waving my arms around at the moment, the octopus isn't going to notice. So I'd have to see if I can get
As
it
you look around, you see only the tentacles. So the head of the octopus is somewhere below the waters.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to communicate with it, you might have to jump over sides and swim up to it to gain
Yeah,
kind of like
let's not
to
take
have it
that
notice
road.
and acknowledge you.
Yeah, I'm a little bit too small and tasty.
But
Okay.
right now, the octopus is unaware of your presence enough for you to be able to engage with them.
Okay. In which case, I will cure wounds on myself instead.
Sure.
Okay. Because I'm a little bit ding.
Abilities.
Action. Haha. Blip. There we go. That button.
Shiny and barnacle free again.
Oh yeah. Right. So Shaefira has the cutlass.
I can't use that. Thank you very much for the thought.
You could technically use it. You just don't get any proficiency with it.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Would it help if I threw you a dagger? Because
Well,
that's
would
still
I
a
be
free
able to
action at the end of
catch
my
it?
turn, and I have a lot of daggers.
Can we do that, DM?
Oh, sure.
Because it's not a combat, I'm just tossing in the general direction of
Okay.
Shaefira in my
I
usual
might
way.
have you make a dex check to see if you catch it.
Okay.
But even technically on your turn, you could pick it up, and it wouldn't
Yeah.
take. You'd still be able to. It might take some of your movement maybe to pick it up, but you'd still have movement left.
Okay.
Well, would you rather have a dagger or a short sword?
Dagger.
Okay.
Do I need to roll the dex thing?
Yeah, roll a dex save or dex check. I'm sorry, do a check.
Dex check. The ability, is that abilities or the saves?
The abilities. All right, you have absolutely effortlessly the blade flies through the air and just whip swip you catch it silently. Can't even hear the pommel hit your hand.
Excellent.
And the crew members still are oblivious to anything going on.
That's because they're
Okay,
screaming in bloody terror.
That's because Shaefira's dex check was very good.
Okay, so I can still move. Yeah.
Yes, you can still move 25 feet.
I'm gonna sneak up to this crew member here. Okay. So do I still have an action then?
Yes, you still have an action. And it doesn't matter for your movement, but that last step you took, it should be considered difficult terrain for anybody else moving onto a square that has the rubble on it. But it's fine.
Okay.
You were still able to move that far.
Okay. So can I actually get a dagger in my inventory?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh.
I forgot that we had not moved anything over to you yet.
Yeah, I've unequipped it from my thing. If you want to steal it from my.
There you go. You should have a dagger now.
Thank you. So I shall try and stab the guy in the back. Yes?
Yes.
DM, would she not get advantage for that?
Yes.
Oh, should I do
She
that
doesn't
again
need
then?
it.
She doesn't really need
Well, no,
it
it
with
could-
that attack. Unless
but
she wants to
it could
roll
be a
again
crit.
and she have if you crit. So if you want to roll again
want
to
me to
see
roll
if you
again?
crit. But it is a hit.
Hmm?
Yeah, you hit. And he lets out a shout. You do 4 damage.
Shouldn't.
She
And
should sneak attack.
She should be getting more
she
damage.
has
Than
additional dice.
that. Yeah. Now that I don't know how to
Uh,
implement on the character sheet.
No.
It hasn't. We haven't added it to her character sheet yet, but you do get additional 1d6 damage.
So if she just
okay.
rolls a 1d6?
Yes, and I'll apply it to the crew member.
Well, that was helpful.
Sad
wasn't it?
face.
I know, we got all excited.
So
Fine,
instead of
bit
4
good.
damage, she did 5 damage. And he's shouting, "Ah!" And now the other 2 crew members, as well as the one you stabbed, are aware they are not alone on the top deck.
Okay. End of my turn. Yes, thank you.
All right. The elder octopus waves its tentacles again. And again misses the ship. This is called Bonnie is the DM and rolling for the octopus. So it always misses. Kymir, it is your turn.
It did
Right.
pretty heavy damage at the beginning.
Yeah, and I
so-
did hit once.
We took out the bottom lot of guys. Right. Can you stick me on the top deck?
Yes, I can. So you'll still have 5 squares of movement once you're on the top deck.
Okay. Right, that's as far as I can get. I don't know how I've managed to target myself.
Hold control and click yourself.
That'll be it. Because control is my push to talk
Feel-
button.
Same here.
Oh.
I target things
Aw.
all the time and resize windows all the time randomly.
Oh well, it's better than putting a bunch of F's in the chat window.
Yeah.
Right. So I can't reach Shaefira to give her her stuff back. I can't reach any of the guys.
You could
Um,
do, instead for your action, it could be like a dash, and I could say you could like hand her one item
Okay.
out of her
Yeah,
stuff.
I'll do that. So if I get to there and then give her her
Mm-hmm.
rapier. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Do I leave that? Do you do that, or do I put it into the party thing and?
I'll drag it to her.
Okay.
Just for a future note, though, when we're transferring items between stuff, you can drag it to the party sheet, and then she can drag it from the party sheet to her
Yeah,
inventory.
that's what I thought. Rather than Bonnie having to do it all, that's all.
If you want to drag the rest of her stuff to the party sheet at this point, so she can grab her things.
All right, I'll do that.
because we'll consider her that unless something terrible happens, you will have been able to transfer her things by the time your next turn is over.
Sorry, I got distracted trying to get Rachel's rapier equipped. That is my move.
Steve's turn.
If you could put me on the upper deck.
You'll still have 20 feet of movement unless you dash once you get on the upper deck.
20 feet's fine. Okay. Now, since they're alerted, Steve's going to move over here, pointedly away from the tentacles. And he is most definitely within 125 or 120 feet. And he's going to get a bright green eldritch blast into the face.
That was good going. Well,
That was a pretty solid hit.
yeah.
And that's my turn.
Whee!
I'm not a bard in this game, so I don't have 85,000 actions that I can do.
Pure opportunity to shout, "You're ugly!" as well.
At this
Well, he
point,
can still shout that.
you hear
The
some
general
shoutings, shouting, a gruff voice, and a sound of cracking wood again. And you see, or you hear the sound, because it depends. Do a perception roll to see whether or not you actually see it, because you guys might be facing the wrong way to see the actual launch.
Who is that directed to?
Anybody who's on deck, so everybody.
Okay.
Sorry, what we're doing?
Do a perception check.
Oh!
Oh man.
Dude, I think you're the only person with worse dice than Bonnie.
So Steve and Jozdess hear a sound, and they can pinpoint that it's coming from the aft part of the ship, from the direction of the mizzen mast, and through the sails, they're able to pick out the large spear of a ballista being fired toward one of the tentacles, and it hits the tentacle, and there is another loud shriek of the octopus as that tentacle takes damage. You hear the bellow in a deep voice, and Jozdess recognizes this voice as belonging to the Minotaur that he heard speaking below decks earlier. The tentacles of the octopus are waving again, and you see it kind of fling one over the deck, trying to attack the ship again, but it misses striking anything. I just messed up something. And one of the crew members who was extricating themselves from the rubble on deck noticed their crewmate being attacked by Shaefira and is gingerly approaching to attack her. in response, but misses. The other pulls out their crossbow and shoots at her. It's a hit. And does 9 damage.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Ow.
That'll leave a mark.
The crew member that Shaefira stabbed takes a slash at her, but misses. And now it is Jozdess's turn.
Okay. Camp here. I'm going to go along the mast. Really worry about the ground too much. And try and take some heat off the. I use my free action to draw another weapon as well. Basically, run around with the weapon out and make a decision what I'm doing once again. So let's target Chuckles. And I take offhand the short. He's a little.
Okay, so one of the crew members, the one who hadn't been hit by Shaefira, but had tried attacking her and missed, you strike them with a mighty slash, and they fall unconscious. The other one is unscathed, other than the damage that Shaefira did earlier.
I'd say I'd try and make myself look intimidating. I'm not good at that, so I'm just going to rely on the fact that I killed his friend to make.
Oh, I just deleted the wrong guy. I'm going to move the one. I deleted the wrong guy, so I'm going to move him back to where the other guy was.
Fine.
There's one guy. One guy's gone.
So the one guy at the back.
So the guy the guy who you technically killed is now the guy who wielded the crossbow earlier.
Yeah.
And the crossbow guy is gone, but hey, we'll pretend he's the one you killed.
Yeah. Sorry. Skip.
Kereithlana.
Okie dokie. Pew pew pew. It's at number 7. Yes. Sacred.
Yes, my mic arm is up. Sorry.
Okay, so
I should have said something. Instead of, I was literally wrinkling my ears trying to hear.
It was
I
funny
should've said
because
something.
Reese does that constantly when we're playing DVO, and I'm like, your mic's up. Mic's up.
Now, what did you do, Kereithlana?
I tried Sacred Flame on him, but
But he
made his saving
saved?
throw.
Oh,
So-
how rude of him.
I know.
You still
right?
get to move.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going.
Okay.
I Cleric. You can still throw a healing word at Shaefira as a bonus action if you have a spell slot.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh,
You're
that's a
level one.
problem.
You're level one.
He's not that kind of cleric.
We used both of our spell slots already?
Yeah.
We used one last week and one this week.
Oh, snap.
She did a thunder wave.
That's right. I forgot
She
about
did.
that.
And rolled ones.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Um,
I'm kind of out of things I can do on that.
But it's Shafira's turn. She
Yeah.
will save the day.
yay. Well, I've got some tasty bacon in my inventory,
Yes,
and
you can.
apparently that will give me some hit points.
You can
I
nibble on
eat
your
that?
tasty bacon.
The mental image of that is just amusing. Multiple people stabbing at her, and she just pulls out bacon.
With tasty bacon, if you roll a d4 and then add 1, we'll give you back that much hit points.
Yeah, there's never a bad time for bacon.
So 4 hit points
Cool.
you get back from your bacon.
Should I take that out of my inventory now?
Yes, you should.
How do I do that?
Um,
Drag the circle thing and drop it?
there is a little minus sign on the bottom of your inventory page that should pop up, have a pop-up label of edit list. If you click that, everything will get a little red
I see.
minus sign, and then you can
Yeah.
delete stuff.
Done.
And you can manually add back your 4 hit points. Like under your wounds, you can just change it to 5 instead of 9.
Have I done that? No?
There you go.
Yeah. Ah, cool. Right, so is eating the tasty bacon my action?
Yes.
Can I move away from the guy who's trying to kill me?
You could incur a attack of opportunity because you don't have a disengage left, I don't think, at this level. I don't think you get the ability to do that until you're higher level, or am I wrong?
Okay.
Cunning action is second level.
Okay,
so
that's what I was thinking. So for now, you would incur a attack of opportunity if you moved away from him.
Okay. I have no idea what that means, so I'll stay where I am.
Basically, when you do disengage as an action, it means that you have kind of stepped away from the fray in such a way that they can't attack you. And once you get to level 2 as a rogue, you gain the ability to do that as a bonus action.
Okay.
But for now, you don't have it as a bonus action. So since you did the tasty bacon,
Yeah, I'll stay.
it was kind of an
Stay
either
here.
or. So the octopus.
Sorry, there we go.
Poor octopus. Oh, the octopus. The octopus swings its tentacles and manages to hit one of its other tentacles, and the octopus is now tangled with itself.
Definitely related to Stiiv.
I'm not sure what you mean by that, but it's probably true.
And it's Kymir's turn.
Right. So you say I can move through non-hostile squares?
Yeah.
I'm going to go to there, and then I'm going to attack the guy who slashed at Shaefira.
This is the fellow that she backstabbed.
Well, yeah, but he took a swipe at her.
And you hit.
Okay.
All right. And you can do your follow-up attack.
Okay.
Bless you.
Oh, I missed.
And it's
Look, you
this.
put me off.
You're too close to the octopus now.
That was with my mic muted. That was Hill's mic.
Wow.
Sorry.
Right, so that's me done.
Okay. That was hard enough to sneeze out some brain cells.
Really glad it's not just me who sneezes like that.
Yeah, I do too.
I get told I have a 12 gauge in my nostrils at work.
It's Steve's turn.
Stiiv, he's gonna kind of scooch up over here and take a shot over at Golden Crew number 6.
All right,
And
he's
then
hit.
blast him in the face.
In the face?
And that's all I got. Oh, and now it's his turn. Just great.
It is his turn.
Is he still standing after that? Good
He's
grief.
going to, what he's going to do at this point, because he doesn't see a way out of this past you guys, he's going to jump over the side.
Oh, that's
and-
good, because that's where I wanted to put him anyway.
And he's going to try to swim for it.
I suppose the octopus will be distracted.
I suppose the octopus has got another 6 arms.
The octopus has another 6 arms.
The crew. I guess the crew member doesn't know that the town is southwest. He's going the wrong direction.
He just jumped over the side that was closest without me putting him on top of the octopus.
I feel that was a barrier to jump
I do
into.
feel slightly better the fact that he thinks we're more dangerous than an octopus.
The octopus seems very fixated on the ship. You can see kind of in the distance about 30, 40 feet away from the ship now, the other 2 jetty boats, or the other 2 jolly boats, and they have people in them, and the tentacle arms don't seem to be trying to stretch out that direction. So there's a certain distance from the ship. If you get it, it seems the octopus has absolutely no interest. The other crew member doesn't feel good about the way things are going, so they disengage and run over the side.
He's the one who's taken a lot of damage with bladed weapons. So, in addition to octopus, sharks are going to be a problem soon.
We shall see. Yeah, if they get too far away. They're swimming towards the boats that are at a distance.
Assuming the sharks aren't smart enough to keep away from the gigantic octopus.
All right. Jozdess, it's your turn.
We can't see the back end of the ship because of the sails, can we?
It's obscured. And plus it's higher up. It's just kind of vantage point. You have to go up a flight of stairs to get to the top deck to see what's going on there. You can see to the south of you there's an entryway as well that seems to lead to more chambers.
Yeah, so
Of the
that'll
main
be the captain and first mates. Well, that's what I would assume to be. Was someone yelling about chests?
Yes, from that direction. You heard a voice that you hadn't heard before yelling for Thaddeus to aid him with the chest.
I'm getting. Can I take or ask for, because this is a D&D game and we're on a boat, tradition requires, can I ask Kymir very kindly for the lantern that she's carrying around?
Kymir is kind of upset that you called him she, but yes.
Oh, sorry. I just... Yeah. No reason at all that I'd want something that's got burning oil in it at all, because nothing makes an octopus attack even better than setting the ship alight.
There you go. Well, there was actually one in the party thingy anyway, but I don't know where that was.
Yeah,
but
I thought you were
I've
carrying,
dragged-
but you'd picked it up. So, and I will amble in the most gentle. I keep using my scroll wheel and going. I'm not the best for sneaking, so I'm going to move to here. I'm assuming that's a doorway, so I can peer. Crumbs the map, so I can peer around there, and I can climb up and pop my head over the top of the thing and be able to drop back down behind cover without. Because there's a ballista up there.
You can peer this way and see this much.
Yeah.
But as for the deck above you, it's another, say, 12 feet.
Oh, that as I said, I can just. I've done
So you're not like on the stairs. The things that look like pallets to your left and right to the port and starboard side, those are actually
I don't want to use the
stairs.
stairs. No, that's if anyone's expecting people to come up, that'll be where they come. I've got enough movement left to just to climb up a little bit and basically peek. That's all I was planning on doing.
You're trying to climb up the wall a little bit and peer over the side.
Yeah. And this map gets very confused at that point because it's another level. I am going to get rid of the slave brig because I don't need that. Because A, I know there's a blister up there, and I really do not want a blister in the face. And B, somewhere there's a minotaur. I'm
going to share the top deck with you.
Thank you. Because the blister worries me more than anything else, because if we get in a jolly boat and they go, that's not our crew, they've got something to shoot at us with.
You can only see as far as the mizzenmast and the sail there. Yeah. You can see where
okay.
About 20 feet of the deck.
So they've got the ballista mounted right on the rear. Okay.
You could spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel. Yeah, anyway, I'm not on that map.
Try to turn the ship? Run over the tentacles? Is that what you're saying? Kereithlana?
Oh, this strategy sounds familiar.
Let us set the ship on fire, then drive it over the octopus.
Yeah. Oh, how bad is the ship listing at the moment?
How much is it listing about 30 degrees to the port side. If you look over the... do a survival check.
I'm asking for skills.
And you can do it with advantage because of your background.
Yeah,
you don't need it. So what you can tell is it seems like you can definitely tell that the ship has taken on a great deal of water, and it seems to you that there's a good 8 feet less between the top of the main deck and the water level than there should be. So your best guess is that the lower hold is completely filled with water at this point.
Yeah. Now, this is where I'm not an expert, but there's a critical point in the sinking of a ship where it gets really unpleasant. So I'll try and shout to the rest of the people, but we need at least to get the jolly boat turned the right way up. And I should end my turn, sorry, and let Kereithlana have fun and excitement in the world of tentacles and...
I was going to try and flip the...
Yep, you're the strong one in the party.
Oh, God.
She's the natural choice for bench pressing boats.
Absolutely. Yes, so I'm going to try and put the boat so it's the right way up. See what the logistics of launching the damn thing.
It will be an athletics strength check to turn the boat over. Someone can assist you with this.
Okay. Anybody helping?
Well, the only person who's near at the moment is Shaefira.
Anybody other than Jozdess could technically help you turn the ship over, and it'll just use their movement for the next turn.
I'd suggest Stiiv.
I.e., if it's Stiiv.
Stiiv knows how to use a boat.
I do. So it doesn't get flipped over the overboard.
Did you say an athletics check?
Yes. And if someone's assisting, it's with advantage.
Okay, so my advantage on road. Yeah.
Okay, Kereithlana.
Doesn't need me. Looks at Kymir and sneers.
Kymir is kind of balancing one corner of the ship, but it's slipping out of your hands. But Kereithlana still manages to flip it over, and as you do so, the mephits kind of come alert and start puffing out little jets of steam, and the jolly boat seems to hover about 2 feet off of the deck. And you also see that there are 4 oars inside of the boat. And you notice there's a rudder at the end, and there's also a rolled up sail and small mast that you could lift, and there's like a hole where you would insert it and mount the small sail. But for now, it's lying in the base of the jolly boat.
So the mephits aren't a propulsion system. They're just a hover. Oh, good grief!
They're hovering right now. There is a rudder at the back of the ship that can be used to indicate direction.
Artificers, they just make things too complex.
It's a little bit like a mephit-powered motorboat at this point, but it's hovering above
And are the other jolly boats the same as this thing?
Yes.
So there's 2 other jolly boats scootling around on the mephit tower.
Yeah, they're hovering off to the side, and you can see the 2 sailors are swimming towards them. One of the crew members has reached one of the other boats in the distance, and rather than climbing aboard it, you see that the people there seems to be like 3 figures on board that ship, and they seem to be attacking the crew member in the water, trying to prevent them from climbing aboard the other jolly boat.
Are these all humans? All right.
It could be.
Or is it a boat full of a kobold, a goblin, and a warforged?
At this distance, you can't pick out that much detail because they're far enough away. They're more than 60 feet.
Oh, interesting thought, Joz.
But you do see 3 figures, and they're like pushing at another figure. The other figure is struggling to get on.
So you've put somewhere in the Twitter chat last week that you'd forgotten to mention something. Is that relevant then? Is that something we should take on board as actually happening last week about shirt?
I don't think you can pick out whether or not any of these people are shirt or not.
Right, but you did say that his eyes glowed red?
Yes, his eyes did glow red as the tentacle swept him out of the lower hold of the ship.
Right, okay. Okay.
So you have a hoverboat now.
Yeah.
So that is kind of Kereithlana and Kymir's turn, flipping over that boat. Shaefira,
Right, okay.
what would you like to do?
Get in the boat and anchor myself in so I don't fall out when it starts moving or what. I can't.
You gonna brace yourself?
Yes.
There goes that string again.
We could use rope. Where have
You got rope, yeah. Grab my rope.
All right. So that's Shaefira. Kymir kind of used up their action. Though I think technically you have enough movement to get into the ship.
Okay, is the boat sort of like just hovering on deck, or is it hovering
Yeah.
to the side of the ship?
It's just hovering right where it shows on the map, upside down. Now that you have it right side up, it's just hovering there.
All right, should I? Can I push it over the side, or do I not have that action? And all I can do is jump in.
You can't put. Yeah, you don't have that as an action at this point.
All right, I'll just jump in then. Well, yeah, I'll jump in. Get worried when I see that shadow.
Boatception going on. They're in a boat on a boat.
They're in a boat on a boat.
Yeah.
That's the difference between a boat and a ship.
A boat on
Why
a
is
ship.
Kereithlana so large compared to us?
I don't know. It's something to do with the way that it's scaled between two maps. Because I used to be smaller.
Put your pointer over it, hold control, and scroll down on your mouse wheel one click. There you go. Might need one more.
It's Stiiv's turn.
Stiiv.
You've given me a power.
That.
I can make everyone tiny.
Why are you so weak, Kereithlana?
Because my husband is a troll.
But we can proportion the
somebody have
halfling properly.
Enlarge, reduce.
We can.
Oh Lord, what
There
have
we
I
go.
done?
We're so screwed.
What have I done? Okay, Steve's gonna. I'm assuming Stiiv is somewhat familiar with method-powered jolly boats from his background as a smuggler.
Well, you're not familiar with method-powered jolly boats, but you're familiar with jolly boats.
Okay, but this one seems to be hovering. So, would he have at least heard of them?
Yeah, but there's something fancier than you've ever been able to afford.
Oh, this is the baller extreme jolly boat. All right, so gets kind of excited about it. Ooh, this is a fancy model.
This is
and
not
kind of
something
runs over.
that your average smuggler has access to. But you're perfectly familiar with the jolly boat and with the sail portion of the vessel, of the little ship.
All right. So is this something you can run over? Basically, what I would like to do is run over and have him call out to Jozdess and be like, "You might want to get on board," and then push the jolly boat over, as in getting ready to launch it and hop in.
Ballista. There is a fully functional ballista on the back of this ship, and we are not crew.
That's why we set fire to it and then steer it into the octopus.
Yes.
Octopus.
Why I'm not getting in the jolly boat yet, because ballista.
Well, you sort that out.
Yeah, it's just getting the jolly boat in the water ready.
I think we become fair game at that point.
So there's the Minotaur. There's the two people operating the ballista,
who are presently much more occupied with the octopus than us,
and at least another two people with the treasure chest.
But they've already said that they want to go down with the octopus.
Well, the Minotaur does. The Minotaur's an idiot. Anyway, everyone's getting in the jolly boat, and they're all sitting on deck.
Whee!
Well, ideally, he has pushed the jolly boat.
And they don't know. They don't know.
Is somebody manning the rudder of this jolly boat?
Stiiv will, since he's proficient with water vehicles.
What do you do with the rudder?
For the moment, hold it still. So the boat's kind of parallel to the ship.
All right.
And wait for
as you wait there,
Jaws.
And as the jolly boat hovers over the deck, you hear little mephit sounds like "Ah, ah," and little puffs of air.
Turns around.
And the
I'm
jolly
waiting for
boat,
is
the jolly
there a
boat
rotating ring on the rudder?
lands on the deck again. When you
Oh
tell
no!
them to shush.
He was trying to get the jolly boat in the water, parallel to the ship.
What does he do though to accomplish that?
Just kind of. It was. You said it was floating about
It
2
was
feet
floating,
up,
but
right?
it wasn't floating higher than the railing surrounding the
Oh.
the deck.
Then kind of.
It was railing adjacent still. There was still at least a foot to clear.
Is there a visible launching mechanism?
Well, you have the rudder.
Oh. Well, grab hold of the rudder and turn it to. Well, let's see. If we flipped it, that would be the jolly boat's starboard in the ship's port.
Yeah, you. Let's say
That direction.
because these are staged. If you just flip the boat over, it's like kind of stage directions. So
Right.
if you were in the boat now, yeah, you're starboard,
And the ship's port.
and your
Map left. We'll put it that way.
if you so you move the rudder map left.
Yes, towards the water.
The prow of the jolly boat slams into the railing on the port side.
There's got to be some kind of launch mechanism for these things if 2 of them have gone already. So
Right.
Yeah, you put the boat over the side before you activate.
But it activated by splitting it the right way up.
Yeah, and you just lift it over the rail and you put it over the side of the boat. That's how you launch jolly boats. There'd usually be a block and tackle mechanism to lift it off, but in an emergency, you just heft it and throw it over the side.
It's a long way down.
Not on that side of the boat, it isn't. It's very close.
It's getting closer and closer.
There's a 30-degree angle. Soon you'll be able to tip it over without
we
a
could
we
problem.
just wait for the ship to lift a bit further and we'll just slide straight into the water.
With every round, the sea is getting closer and closer.
There we go. It's coming to us.
Well, assuming Stiiv would have known that, then we'll just wait.
Again, Stiiv, you've got dealt with smuggling vessels, which don't necessarily have these complexities, being much smaller craft.
These
And
fancy
don't necessarily have-
method-powered vehicles.
Fewer safety precautions.
He's used to dealing with flatboats and things like that. Oh, here he is. Hello, first mate. Where are you?
At this point, the first mate
Is almost
has
dead.
heard commotion, and he appears. He crosses path into sight past the mizzenmast sail,
There he is.
and he's heard your rambunctiousness and is starting to approach.
At the moment, all he can see is 4 people sitting in a jolly boat,
He
wiggling
sees
the
4
controls,
people.
going,
Come on, come over here.
4 people, yeah, in a jolly boat, flopping around.
Look, landlubber.
I'm wedged in. I'm fine.
anytime you want to pick up the crossbows and shoot the giant minotaur, this will be a good thing. Anyway.
No.
It's obscured by the sail.
On a positive level, he's not on my level at the
He
moment.
can't see
I'm
Jozdess at the moment because Jozdess is too low and in the middle. He's obstructed from the Minotaur's view at this point. But he can see down the stairs, straight line to where you guys are hanging out with the jolly boat. At the same time, Coming
It's octopus time, is it not?
Coming
oh no,
out
it's the captain.
from the crew quarters.
I'm going to have a limited number of options now.
The captain appears.
Oh, right next to you.
Yeah.
And he draws his long sword.
Are we sure that's not Garrett the Sainted in a hat?
Yeah, it is. It is. It so is.
Right, he'll die easy.
All we need is some lava. We'll go and stand on it. It'll be fine.
There we go then. In the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
Wait for it. And he's out of spell slots.
And the first attack is a miss, but he gets to slash again. And that is a hit.
Yeah, I'm not going to win this fight if he's got multiple attacks.
He does 7 damage. And he calls for Thaddeus. Thaddeus! We have scurvy taken the last jolly boat! And you hear Thaddeus call back, and he's like, I'll gore him! The other Golden Hook crew member who had jumped over the side has now swum almost out of sight. You see him swim to the other jolly boat that is in the vicinity. This one allows him up on to join the other crew, and they're continuing to sail. They're continuing to putter out farther and farther away. Jozdess.
If I stay there, I'm just going to die. So I disengage and I run for it. Bye. I'm not.
So you jumped over the side of the ship?
Trying to make it look like I've jumped over the side, but all I'm going to do is that side of the water is much higher, so it's going to be an easy matter for me to cling onto the side of the boat and just hang on the side. So next round I can actually try and heal myself because I can't. He's got multiple attacks. I can't stand in one-on-one combat without support, and I haven't got support because everyone else is sitting in the jolly boat. So yeah, I'm gonna just basically dive out of sight and hide. Basically, even there, if he comes to the side, he's not going to be able to hit me. So I'm reasonably happy because if he comes to the side, I just let go and drop into the water.
And the captain calls out to Thaddeus. He's like, overboard, starboard side! Is that all for you?
Yeah, I'm not going to be in combat for a few rounds now because I've just got no way of healing myself.
Okie right. Can I stand up and throw the trident at him?
It's outside. Well, it'd be their disadvantage throw for a trident. Trident's only got like a 20-foot range.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
This
20-foot
throws it.
range.
Yeah.
Disadvantage to
All
60
thrown
feet.
weapons have really short ranges.
Okay.
So you're better off with spells or whatever you've got.
Okay. I will cantrip. And close.
You just close your character sheet, yeah.
Okay, I will sacred flame on him. Bloop.
He saves.
No.
No, he doesn't.
No, he fails. Alrighty.
There we go.
You do 4 damage. You see a little puff of smoke come off of his frocked coat.
Haha!
Not the frock coat.
I was saving that for later. Can I get out the boat as well?
Yeah, you can use your movement to get out of the boat.
Okay. There. Okay.
Okay, so I have a short bow with arrows.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna take a shot at the captain. Is there any obstructions?
Like me and Stiiv.
They can duck, surely.
Could shout duck.
Duck, duck.
Or you
Goose!
just step out the jolly boat and you've got a clear shot regardless of what they're doing.
No, I'm wedged in.
She can even
so-
do it from the jolly boat. I mean, the assumption is that because she's proficient with a short bow, that she can shoot it around the other two people in the boat.
Well, it says it's got a range of 80 to 320. So,
Yeah, and the captain's within 80.
Okay, so I do have arrows. I just don't know how to equip them. Oh, hang on a
You
second.
should probably be able to just click them in
No.
on your inventory page. Oh, on
Well-
your short bow where it says ammo, just put in a number
Okay.
where it says ammo 0. There you go.
Right. Okay. 1 second. Oh, do I actually have to do it on him on the thing?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
you had
That's
you had
fine.
yourself and the captain targeted, so it rolled an attack on both of you. So the
But
first
both
one
would've-
is you attacking yourself.
I think both would have been a
Oh.
hit. Yeah, both are a hit. So it doesn't matter, but you just drag the damage to him.
Yeah, don't
So-
don't just roll damage. You want to
But
drag it to him while you've got yourself targeted. Otherwise, you'll hurt yourself unintentionally.
Yeah, just untarget yourself by holding control and left clicking yourself, and then. There you go. Now you're all set.
Now roll your damage.
All right, 5 damage to the captain. He looks quite incensed.
down.
Anything else you'd like to do for your turn, Shaefira?
No.
You're gonna stay in the boat?
I'm staying in the boat. I've got my legs, wedged under a nice
The octopus is taking another swing at the ship, one that has Jozdess on the side. But fortunately for Jozdess, it doesn't hit. Kymir's turn.
Right. I've got darts. 20 to 60, that will reach. I didn't mean to do that. Not sure that's all I can do. I can't reach him. There's nothing we can see that's gonna drop the ship down any further. The boat that we're on. Can I smash the rail to try and get us out?
You could, and Stiiv still is manning the rudder, I think.
All right. So, can I go Hong Kong Fooey on the railing then and see if I can break it down?
Sure.
Okay. What would you like me to do in order to try and accomplish that?
Well, I think it's pretty hard for you to miss the railing, so
Okay.
just do a damage roll.
Do it there since I can't actually tag in the railing.
Once you get to a certain amount of damage, it will destroy the railing next to the ship.
Okay. Do I get a second action again?
Yes.
Right, there we go.
So you can see some cracks in the railing, but it is not down yet. You haven't completely punched through that board.
Okay. Do I move to try and back up Jozdess on the next round, or do I stay put and try and break it down any further? All right, I'm going to try and help Jozdess out.
I would unofficially, I would say running away because he's considerably higher level than we are.
And sir, you don't really know that. As far as
Oh,
you
you've
know,
jumped over the
Jozdess
side,
has
haven't
jumped
you?
over the side.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to stay put then.
Yeah. I have no problem getting to you. If we get caught up in a combat, we're all done for.
Stiiv.
Stiiv. Okay. Steve's gonna look at the captain and take a pot shot at him.
A pot shot?
And miss.
Oh, hate magnet.
And that's it.
At this point, the first mate comes running down the steps from the top deck onto the main deck. And he barrels toward you. And he's headed in your direction, crew members. Everybody who's in the jolly boat or near the jolly boat. You have a minotaur with his horns pointed in your direction. The captain also approaches.
Control.
And he shoots first at Kereithlana with his hand crossbow, which is a hit. And then the second time he attempts to shoot Stiiv.
Has he got a second-hand crossbow?
He has multi-attack.
He can't. Hand crossbows have got a loading. He can't only fire one shot around.
It would have been a miss anyhow.
Yeah.
And that will be his turn.
That's what was worrying me.
Yeah, bonus action must be to reload.
Oh, that's my go. One more hit, and I'm unfortunately going to drop. So I'm going to have to not take any action, and I'm going to have to eat my tasty ham. It's the only thing I can actually do that's useful. So it's a little better, but yeah. I will, however, I'll scamper along the side of the boat to there.
All right.
Delete my tasty ham. There we go. Sorry. Much as I'd like to engage in combat, he's capable of doing way too much damage.
How tasty was the bacon?
3 points of tasty, so 4 points hit back.
Oh, +1. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
It means I can't be one shot anymore. Well, less likely to be one shot.
Theoretically. Your chances have improved considerably. Kereithlana.
Okay,
I see you have targeted the captain.
I have. He's going to get a trident.
Yeah, he's come within 20 foot. That was a really silly thing to do.
Woo!
Ooh, and you hit.
I know.
Yay!
Woohoo! Right. Oh, it's. Oh, that's. Can I Sacred Flame as well?
No.
No,
No, that's
because
an
that's
Yeah,
an
Sacred
action
Flame
as
isn't
well.
a bonus.
Okay, cool. Do I want?
How many
Do
hit
you
points
want
you
to
got?
move?
Do I want?
Because it's all unpleasant.
I can skitter onto the other side of the hole.
You want to stay with the group because it's
Yeah, you can
going
move
to be
15
unpleasant.
feet over the rubble.
Okay.
You could get back into the boat.
How close is the water level?
There we go.
Like it was several turns ago, it was flooded the lower hold.
The ship has sunk a couple more feet since last we spoke. You could do a survival check to make a gauge as to exactly how much. All right. From what you can tell, you believe that water is the main hold is taking on water. It has not completely filled yet. It's probably not quite half filled, but once the main hold fills up, you expect the ship to sink quite rapidly.
Yeah, so it's going down and it's going down fast, basically at this point.
Yep.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Shoot him!
Yeah, I'm. When I can get this thing to work right, I'll take a shot at it. The captain, that is.
All right,
Ah,
11
so
is a miss.
I duck back down and hide.
The Elder Octopus takes another swing at the side of the ship. But again, gets its tentacles tangled. Because I'm the worst roller ever. That's 2 1s. 2 1s for the octopus.
Yeah, I don't think
Yay!
Jozdess feels the same way about your rolling for the captain.
It would probably be worse for him if the octopus managed to hit him while he's clinging to the side of the ship.
Fair point.
Kymir.
Right, I'm going to continue battering away at the railing. And again. There we go.
All right. The railing next to the ship has started to chop away. You don't have a completely clear length of the railing yet, but about 3/4 of the railing next to the ship is gone.
Okay, and that's me done.
Okay.
Stiiv's turn.
We have the captain who's injured, and we have the first mate who's charging the boat. At this point, kind of think that the giant minotaur with very piercing horns charging the boat is a slightly larger threat. So I'm going to point a finger at him, and there's a little bit of a pulsing red glow through his scar tissue. And I'm going to cast Charm Person on the Minotaur.
So he's charmed now?
He is charmed. Bing!
Whoa.
Whoa. So how does that work?
I'm going to politely say, Mr. Thaddeus, if you could help us get this jolly boat into the water, that'd be lovely.
And he says, "You just pull the rudder up, dummy."
Then I pull the rudder up.
The jolly boat floats up in the air
Slightly to
about
the right.
4 feet.
Hell.
It's helicopter controls. I don't know what a helicopter
And then you tilt the rudder a little bit toward the port side of the ship, and the boat just hovers to the left.
And then gently push it
And
down
now
until
you're
we're in the
hovering over
water.
the water. Mm-hmm.
Gently lower us into the water.
All right. Except for Kereithlana is still on deck. So
Oh, but keeping the boat parallel, like so people can just jump on, go through the broken railing and just kind of fall in.
So the three of you are now over the water. Kereithlana is still on the deck of the ship with the captain and Thaddeus, who is charmed.
For a whole hour.
You going to give him any other commands before you do?
No, see, is if I can't make him do any hostile activities towards a friendly, that'll break the charm, and if he takes damage from us, it'll break the charm. So we'll just kind of leave him dangling.
And how long does the charm last?
An hour.
An hour? Well, he's drowning.
Well, I mean, he'll still take actions to save himself.
He
like
has
float.
to.
Oh, you're.
Yeah, I mean, he's not like a complete zombie. He just treats us as friendly acquaintances and non-hostile entities. So he'd still tread water, swim to boats, to cling to rubble, to like any normal self survival.
So he's still going to. Your charm spell does not prevent him from self-preservation.
No, not in any way, shape, or form. It just like we just basically, as far as the Minotaur is concerned, we become non-hostile entities. So he's still gonna, save himself, hold on to the mast, what have you.
So he's charmed, and he kind of waves you bye-bye as you float down over the side of the ship.
Thanks, Thaddeus!
But is that the end of your turn?
Oh, yes, sorry.
You want to... No.
As you float out of sight, he's like, "Wait for me, guys!" and tries to jump on the boat with you.
Oh, shit.
Cannonball!
Move the boat. No.
I'm
Just
going
move the
to
boat.
do.
Method-powered boat backwards.
Just poke him with my quarterstaff as he comes down towards us. Just
bat him away with one of the oars.
But because I'm rolling for him, he misses the actual ship itself. And he's now treading water in the water beside you guys in the boat.
Oh.
Before my turn ends, can I point to the one of the other boats and say that there's more room on that one? Kind of.
Which one do you point? Do you point toward the one to the left or one to the right?
The one that does not appear to have combat going on with the crew member, and
Okay, so to
I
the
don't
right.
remember if that was left. To the right then.
All right. He's like, "You're right," and he starts swimming in that direction, or he will start swimming his next turn. The captain is like, "For shit's sake." And he
His Minotaur just ran.
And he looks over at Kereithlana, and he kind of makes this gesture like, no wonder my ship is sinking with this kind of crap going on.
I kind of shrug.
He
but
likewise goes to the side of the boat and tries to jump over on the ship with you guys. Or actually, I'm going to take that back. He's not going to try to jump over the ship onto your guys, but he does jump into the water. Kerplash! So he's also in the water, and he's able to swim maybe 10, 15 feet away from the ship. I don't have adequate sea on this map to demonstrate, but he's no longer on this map technically, how far he swum.
Well, I know what I'm doing. Do you want to join me in this fun game?
Now, Jozdess.
Weak? That's one. There's a chest over here, so.
Fly.
Somewhere there's a heavy chest that the captain was dragging around. Where is?
Yeah.
I'll be.
Let me show you some more maps.
Also, if I can mark any barrels on the way there, because I may need a barrel because it's going to be heavy and it's going to sink naturally.
You did pass a water barrel, a rain barrel that was on deck.
May have water in it, unfortunately, but yeah,
It does.
that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what water barrels do.
Yeah, no, but
it does. It's not a lidded.
I won't have time
barrel.
to. Yeah, I wouldn't have time to prat around with it basically. So, anyway, I don't know where the captain came from, so I've got another 20, 30 foot of movement. I'm assuming there's a door open where he came out of.
Well, there's a door straight in front of you that's ajar.
Yeah.
And then there's one to your left. Or starboard side.
So when the captain appeared, did I hear because he would have been walking, running, whatever normal movement counts as anymore. So I'd make the assumption it's to the down here.
Mm-hmm. That's the door that is slightly ajar.
All right, I'll go that way then.
You see a room. If you look up, you see there is a hole in what have been the ceiling that is in the deck above.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of rubble, broken wine bottles. There is a desk that's been rummaged through recently.
Yeah. But there's no
and you
chest.
see a curtain.
All right. Okay, well, I'm done on my move, so it's going to be Kereithlana. If she follows me up, she follows me up. If she doesn't, she doesn't.
Yeah, I can dash to you.
Yeah. Just wait.
You're
I shout at the guy
Dashy,
what
dashy.
they're doing. Yeah. So you lose some movement crossing this nonsense, but then you can do your full move. So you'll be able to get to about here, as far as I can work out.
Yeah.
Easily. Yeah. Yeah. So you'll at least be able to see me.
Bloop.
Bloop.
You never ended your turn.
Oh, did I not? Sorry.
Yeah, I can't end my turn.
Yeah.
All right, people on
The boat people.
My turn. It's my turn. Okay. So I'm on the boat, nice and safe, kind of, maybe a bit close to the octopus, but I'm not on a sinking ship anymore. So I shout to those two that's just run off down to the other little area on the ship. Guys, leave the chest. I can steal you more gold.
But it might have telescopes in.
Or a map.
Maps are good.
I forgot to ask this question. On the captain's table, is there maps and or navigation gear? Or is that scattered around the room, or does he not leave that out?
You see a ledger.
Okay.
And let's see if there's anything else you see. You do see a spyglass.
Okay.
And some navigation tools.
Okay. I can't use them, but they're better than not having them at all.
So do you take either one of those things?
Well, when I get into the room, I can't get into the room until we get on to that.
Okay, technically, but you can see them on the desk.
Yeah. So, the octopus shakes the ship.
The octopus tries yet again to smack the hell out of the ship. And it still doesn't succeed.
Well, at least it's not speeding up our demise.
It's a hardy thing. The ship, surprising for the state that it's in, the ship is surprisingly hardy, and the octopus is increasingly chaotic with the swings of its tentacles. Kymir, on the ship, on the jolly boat, what do you do?
Right. Kymir is going to stand up and say, "For the love of Shaefira, guys, get your ass in the boat." And then I'm going to turn to Stiiv and say, "Do you know how to sail this?"
I got an idea of how to do it, but hey, they can swim.
It's true.
Both of them can swim.
It is true. I've got a reputation for it.
There's not much else I can do apart from help try and get the boat away. So I don't want to attract the attention of the octopus. So I think that's all I can do.
All right. Stiiv, what do you do?
I would like to pull the skiff, not quickly enough to get the octopus's attention, but closer towards the aft of the ship. What's the movement speed of the skiff?
The movement speed of the skiff under the Mephit's power can go up to 6 miles an hour.
Okay, well we won't need to worry about full speed.
Around the aft of the ship, as if you want to.
Not all the way to the aft.
Let's just say you can move. You guys can move wherever you want around this ship on this side. It's not a problem. You could almost probably do a wheelie around the ship in one round.
Yeah, definitely don't need to do that. Just pull it towards.
I think it's something like, I didn't calculate it exactly, but I think it's something like 60 feet per round.
Stiiv needs to get some shades and start learning how to do motorboat donuts for the cool factor.
Yeah.
The Miami Vice.
Yeah, trying to not get the octopus's attention here. And so the idea of pulling it up to here so that when these two can pull their head out of the captain's chambers, they can just leap overboard and go directly into the boat.
They'll be on a boat. And I know we've run late, but I thought you guys might want to wrap up this whole sequence.
Yeah.
Get in the boat.
So the intended thing is, I'm going to look behind the curtain, see what's there. If I can't find the chest, I'm going to loot the stuff from the desk. But that's all I'm doing, and hopefully Kereithlana is going to help me. If I find the chest, we can hump it out of here.
Okay, yeah. Are we okay to skip to that?
And the people who are near the water, you see the first mate kind of duck under the waves. He gets splashed by a very large wave, and he ducks under the surface.
Thaddeus!
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh.
So Jozdess and Kereithlana, team swim. What are you guys doing?
Yeah. As I said, look behind the curtain. What's there?
Behind the curtain,
somewhere there's a chest.
You see a chest, and you see that there has been a strike by the octopus against the corner of the ship here. There is an open area. There, you can see the open sea through a hole, and there's rubble covering the chest.
Okay.
And I'm going to put the things that were on the desk into the party inventory.
Okay, so if Kereithlana follows in, you can clear that up. I'll start throwing the thing out. Is the hole on the side of the ship where the octopus is attacked big enough to get us and the chest out of it?
You can certainly slide through. The chest is going to be a different matter. You might need to make the hole a little bit bigger to slide the chest through.
So instead of clearing the rubble, I go to the hole, stick my head out, because I'm assuming the boat is still there. I will shout at Stiiv.
Yeah, I didn't see there was the whole rest of that map bottom there.
Don't worry.
Then, we'll pull the boat up to... I did not see that part of the map.
Make hole bigger. And I pull back in and I start releasing the chest. Because he can just start blowing bits of that. The ship's not going to sink any more than it already is.
You're going to have him, like, Eldritch Blast the ship or something? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yep, just open fire on
it's not gonna,
the
he
side of the
doesn't
ship.
set it on fire, so I'm not overly concerned, and doing more damage to the ship at this point doesn't concern me either. So, just looting.
Okay. Are you done?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, as I said, unless the captain and the first mate are up to shenanigans, we should be okay.
Yeah, and unless the captain looted the chest before he appeared, I guess.
Well, that would be me.
Well, then we're going to run him over and beat him to death with some oars. Well, actually, not run him over. We're going to get within 60 foot of him and shoot him repeatedly because he's a prone target in the water.
Is that both Kereithlana? Kereithlana, is that you too? You're picking up the stuff off of the desk with the ledger and.
Yeah, that's just as far as I've got. But yes.
You also see there is another door in this room.
There is.
Yeah.
Right, if you want to search while I'm breaking stuff, that me and Stiiv and everyone breaks stuff.
Okay. Do you want to look at the ledger, or do you want to just grab the navigator's tools and the spyglass?
Grab it all.
Yeah, grab the telescope and sextant things.
Okay, I put those in the party inventory.
And the book.
And the ledger as well, because somebody is going to get some payback for this. Because somebody has sold us.
Oh, yes.
Well, that's why I'm going to run a captain over. Okay. Or I'm going to do a Jaws impression. One or the other.
Okay. I can't really get to the door.
Well, that said, just move. You came in here, you can tootle around the room and look. Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, I say you have free tootle of the room.
So opening the doors, you're not going to get into the room with the door, but you can at least open it and see what the gravy's going up.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, let's say you open the door. You see it's a bedroom. There's a chest of drawers here. There's a bed. You do see a rather fancy brocade dressing gown. But that's all that's immediately jumps out at you in this bedroom.
That says hill.
Well, it's if it's silk, it's going to be tarnished by the water anyway.
Yeah.
It's not going to make it into the boat or back to the land without being damaged.
No.
Okay, we'll get myself in a position so I can get into the boat next.
Yeah, well, I need your help to get the chest out, and because I'm not actually that strong. But
what's the matter, Stiiv?
Grab his pillow.
I'll grab.
Stiiv doesn't know there's a pillow. Silly Stiiv.
There'll always be comfortable, crunchy things in the pillow.
Anyway, unless anything goes wrong, we just clear holes, push chest out to the people on the boat. There's enough on there to manhandle it. We get in boat and possibly run over the captain a few times.
I should also mention that on top of this chest of drawers, you see a pipe and a little pouch.
Okay, they're going in.
Drugs.
Weed.
Magical weed.
I love how everyone immediately goes to drugs and weed, and no one even considered the idea that it was just pipe tobacco.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, I have to say, tobacco is weed. It's just a different type of weed.
That's not the weed that we were talking about.
And in proper fantasy games, it's always called pipeweed anyway.
Yes, pipeweed.
Yeah.
Or dream lily, in the case of Eberron, but that's another special type of weed.
Yeah,
Devil's lettuce.
that's back to drugs again.
Mm-hmm. going around in the circle.
Okay.
Shaefira, you're on a boat.
I am, yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure what you can do. What do you think
No,
you might be
well-
able to do?
Well, I can shout to Kereithlana, grab me that pipe and weed off that chest of drawers. If
Just
I actually heard her
shout at them to
talking
get a
about
move
it.
on.
Yeah, shout. Get a move on, guys. Leave the chest. Save
Get a move on.
yourselves.
Yeah.
And
Get
get
a
me
move on,
the
but
tobacco.
incidentally, pick up the nice cozy pillow and the weed and the pipe.
The
Right,
pillow,
gotcha.
yes. The weed and the
Okay.
pipe and anything else,
Priorities.
yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I want to get
Done.
the spyglass to Stiiv so he can sit there on the prow of the boat with a spyglass up, going "aha" a lot.
We've got the spyglass.
I know. Could get
Aha.
strength so he can make all the relevant noises.
Yes, but we could get him high on the weed and then it'd be even funnier, wouldn't it? So
Yeah, Mr. Tentacle Tentacles.
This is like the smugglers all over again. The Elder Octopus, yet again, flails at...
It's the most incompetent octopus.
It's an Elder
How did it survive
Octopus,
to get to
okay?
be
It's
elder?
not as strong as it used to be.
Get off my Sagasso.
And a third one, because I am the worst.
See, when you met Elder
you
Octopus,
need to give the Elder Octopus some nice friendly counselling and words of comfort when we get off the vessel.
Yeah, I feel she's lulling us into a false sense of security here, and at some point she's going to kick our ass.
No, the
Well, the worst
octopus
that's
is
gonna happen is
not
the boat-
working out remotely the way I expected.
It's working out how I hoped. I was expecting the boat to sink a bit before I looted it, but yeah.
I'm just gonna cling to the thought that I managed to hit Jozdess with a weapon once, and I managed to shoot a crossbow into Kereithlana, into Shaefira.
He's like a 5th level warrior. He's terrifying. It's
I was about
just
to
like-
say,
He's injured though. He
Yeah, I know,
He
it's
was
why I'm
injured
gonna run him
before he
over with a
ran into you
motorboat.
guys.
hey, there's blood in the water. Thaddeus has already gone down.
He might be
Kymir?
trying a cunning trick, but anyway. Can we
So
get
Can
the
I reach?
chest out?
Can I reach?
Sorry.
I'm going to say, can I reach the hole and pull things away to make room for the chest?
It's a little bit too high up. You've still got at least probably 10 feet before you can
Right,
reach
so
the
my
hole.
quarterstaff won't reach it either. Then.
You could probably poke it with your quarterstaff, I'd say.
All right, let's say I
if
do
you're
that
standing in the boat.
then. Okay.
But I'm going to say you need to make a dex save.
Okay. Hang on.
All right. You can poke at it. Do a damage. All right.
Ooh.
So 5 bits of damage. All right. When you reach a certain amount, I'm going to say that you have widened the ship's hull, just like we did with the railing.
Okay.
Off you go, Stiiv.
We're widening the
Go.
hole.
Eldritch Cutting Lance, launch.
Making holes.
Go, Eldridge Carpentry Thaw. Nope.
It's not
Make-
obviously designed for cutting wood.
And
This is why Eldritch
that's
Blast
all I
is
got.
not a carpentry tool.
short swords are not made for Eldritch cutting.
Alrighty. The captain is swimming away.
Yeah.
Coward.
I need to be on this, so
And he has swum out of your immediate vicinity. In fact, out of range of the boat. At least your little jolly boat where you are now.
so I smash up some of the side of the ship.
Alrighty. Roll your
Um,
damage.
I did.
I had to roll it in the chat. Oh, you did.
Yeah, I did. Smash, smash. Smash.
Oh, you did it before it was your turn. That's why I didn't see it. Okay.
Sorry.
All right, you need to do just a little bit more damage.
Well, I've got an offhand attack, but I'm not entirely sure whether using a short sword would be beneficial.
Try it.
Yeah.
Still not quite enough.
Yeah,
Wait, let
no.
me check my math. Still not quite enough, but you've almost cleared the path.
Off you go.
Right, you want me to charge it?
Yeah, smash with your mighty warhammer, which is very useful for breaking ships apart. Why?
Why what?
Why is your two-handed
Why
one
didn't you
do
get
as
to
much
do that
damage as the
first?
one-handed one?
It might be because I dragged it back to her inventory. She might need to readjust it for two-handed.
Yeah. Be
Yeah. Yeah. So you need to change
Yeah,
the
I saw
dice.
that.
Yeah. So just roll a d10 and add 2 to it.
I need to be in the right place.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah.
Ooh.
This
That one.
other one.
That one.
Yeah, that's a d10. The other one was a d12. Good try, but and
That
add 2
is
to that.
all
So.
it took. And now you have a large enough hole to push the chest through.
Push!
Loop my rope through the chest handles, and then we push it out. I throw the rope out to the people on the boat, and then we push it out, so at least we've got something that people can support it if they're not in direct contact with the chest as well.
All right. This chest weighs at least 50 pounds.
Oh, that's easy. I can actually
Yeah.
carry that. I thought it was going to be
You should be
heavier
able
than
to
that.
pick it up and
Yeah.
toss it over the side.
Well, in that case, yeah, I'll just lean it, push it through,
But
lower
do
it down to the people below.
a ranged attack to see if it actually lands on the boat.
Oh no, I won't throw it at the boat. I'm just gonna hold on to the,
Hold it
push
out
it out,
for them
hold
to
on to it,
take it.
then go out and hold it down. So lower it down to the people in the boat
So
below.
you're going to gently exchange this chest.
Yeah.
As
I'm
one
going to
would
assume there's someone who can carry 50 pounds. It's not that heavy.
Yeah, Stiiv or Kymir can get it.
Yeah.
I think Kymir's taller.
Possibly.
Stiiv's only 5'9".
But pass
Slightly
it off, and then me,
taller than that.
Kereithlana well, actually, I will help Kereithlana get down because I think she can swim, but she can't climb. So I'll help Kereithlana get into the boat before I drop into the water and climb in. Then Stiiv can send us on all the donuts in the world.
Oh, donuts.
Yeah.
Southwest! Ho!
And we can give Shaefira the fun task of opening the chest if it is locked.
It is
Yay.
locked, but you're all on the boat, and you have a chest, and you're headed southwest.
Well,
towards
we think
Saltmarsh.
southwest. I don't have navigation. This is my biggest goal. I know how to
Kereithlana
steer the
picked
thing.
up navigation tools, so you can at least try, maybe.
Yeah, that's
And
the main reason. Anything's better than
And I
being
would say,
ignorant.
because you both have boat skill with vehicles, that probably includes the basics of being able to read the sky and tell what direction is what direction
Yeah.
by
Well,
tracking
I'd
the
be able
sun.
to do that on the basis of survival. I just won't be accurate.
Yeah. So that, I think, is where we're going to wrap it up, because no sooner than you travel the boat about 80 feet away, you see the ship kind of let out a groan, or you hear it let out a groan, and it tips all the way to the port side and starts sinking beneath the waves. And the octopus tentacles reach up from the sea and embrace the ship, pulling it down below the surface of the water. And then the surface of the sea goes silent.
I feel sorry for the very confused octopus who seems to be making love to the ship. But
It is an elder octopus. It might
anyway.
have mistaken the ship for another octopus. Who knows?
A very woody whale.
A very woody whale.
Yeah.
You still hear some shouting in the distance, but if you look, there was that one jolly boat that had combat on it. The combat is ended. There's still 3 figures in that boat, and they are traveling away to the north.
They're going the wrong direction.
They might not be headed to Saltmarsh.
They may not.
And the other vessel, the other jolly boat, is headed after them. Thaddeus is still swimming. Well, you can't see Thaddeus. Who knows where Thaddeus is? The captain, though, is still swimming after them. And that's where we're going to wind up. We'll start off next session with you guys taking your boat towards Saltmarsh with your chest.
Mm-hmm.
We hope.
And you will also be level 2.
Woohoo!